I know you come here because you're looking for your 100x in crypto and you deserve it, but you have some enemies. And your enemies have some enemies. Today we're going to talk about the biggest investment fund in crypto, or one of the biggest, which is DWF Labs, with a portfolio of at least $40 million. But you will understand that they have more activity than just having a portfolio in different tokens. And because they've been accused of market manipulation. Basically what it means for you and why it's important for you is that they choose when the price is going up or it's going down, and you're paying the price at the back and you don't even know why and how it happened. So let's dive in together and we're going to understand what they do and how they do it and why. But you have the why already. It's really important to understand this because you want to be the one making money in crypto. You want to have your coins that's going to 10x and 100x. So DWF Labs, a global digital asset market maker and multi-stage Web3 investment firm. They're mostly known for market making. Market making is basically trying to match all the orders. When you want to make a sell order, they're going to try to match you with a buying order. It provides more smoothness to the market. They also have a second job, is to bring liquidity. Now let's take an example in real life, all right? You are at the party, and to have a good party, you need to have a lot of people that are gonna dance with each other, a lot of partners. So bringing liquidity would mean to bring a lot of people at the party. Then the market making will be to match the people that want to dance together and the people that want to sit down to let them sit down. All right, easy peasy. Now don't forget to get your matcha for this video and one common handsome finance, where we study what's happening on the blockchain so we can know in advance what are the big fish doing well. We could call them whales, and we adapt our strategy accordingly so we don't get caught in their nets. I feel like I'm doing poetry. And yeah, of course, DWF is a big company. They invested in Tron, in Synthetix, in IOTA, in Ton, in Mask, in Coin98, Fetch AI, tons of coins that you saw, that you heard about. Everything started when Wintermute, another massive fund that I talk about in the billionaires are planning to 25x on these 5 cryptocurrencies, accused DWF of manipulations. When one of your competitors that know exactly how the things work accuse you of market manipulation, you know there is something off. And we're going to try to find those things and what are they investing in so you can place your bets, exit the position they're in, and have a better portfolio. At the Singapore 2049 of this year, Wintermute, so another popular market maker that we just talked about, made serious allegation against his peer DWF, and they say that they were manipulating the market instead of providing liquidity to guide the healthy development of crypto. Basically making their own interest goes first, which seems quite normal, right? DWF say, no, it's not true. We don't do market manipulation. And actually, when we check, like some claims were made where DWF received 3.3 billion Spell tokens valued at approximately 1.5 million from their treasury wallet. And what they did is they made a deposit of 1,000 Spell on Binance. That's the first move. Then they put 2 billion. And we can actually follow this on Etherscan because we have Abracadabra both here. They send to DWF. And then DWF send this money to some exchanges. So 66 days ago, 0919. And to know if there was some manipulation, we can simply check what's happening on Spell in September. So they sent them Spell at this time, then the market went down, and surprisingly it pumped up. Now I'm no geniuses, but this is kind of different movement than what we saw normally on the market for Spell. I mean, like, it was pretty flat, went down, dipped, spiked up like crazy, and then it's packing back up. Actually, to understand more about DWF, I checked all their addresses and I found 7 so far. There is more, but I'm not sure if they're associated with it. And what we can do with those addresses is basically, you know exactly what they're holding. For example, one of their addresses have $1.6 million on it, and I can know exactly what are they buying, what are they selling, all their history, because the blockchain is an open ledger. When we can see all the transaction, then it's pretty easy to sum up when they're buying, when they're selling, did they make profit or a loss, and then we will know, okay, who we should follow. And then we can also check on some influencers or big funds like this to buy before they even talk about it everywhere, to buy just when they buy. So that's why we create some alerts and stuff like that. If you want the list of the addresses of DWF, I will put you a link in the description. It's not the only accusation. Another example is on linear finance, where developers transferred 125 million Lina tokens, that's valued at $1.2 million, to a wallet that we think is of DWF Labs. And then after that, in the next 10 minutes, a transfer of $1 million in USDT from a wallet of DWF went to linear finance developers' wallet. Now, maybe they just bought a lot of tokens, OTC, I don't know, but it's just a bit dodgy. The other cases we can find is that they reduced 200K upfront from Binance. Now, why are they doing this? So those big transactions have one problem, is that they create a lot of volatility. When you have massive transaction or withdrawal of liquidity or things like that on the market, you know that the price will swing up really fast or swing down really fast. And that's why they're accused of market manipulation. Of course, I am no one to tell them what they should do and what they did. But it's just, if I can stay away from the coins that they invest in, I would. And they did the same again with Bluezeal company. They received 5 million Bluezeal and they just deposited a little bit on Binance. You know that they always do a small transaction first to test. So they send a little bit and then they send a lot. And when we were talking about front on the 26th of September, when you check what's happening on the 26th of September, well, it's not good. We have a spike and a massive dip after it. Now, maybe DWF is totally innocent. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Just what I know is that DWF is a little bit like that friend where every party he goes, every gathering, some problems happen, but it's not his fault. So if everyone else is the problem, then maybe you are the problem. And before diving into what are they investing now, I would appreciate a little thumbs up. Their last few transactions happened not so long ago. 17 hours ago, we get some FET, we get some ZCX, some other FET, some Blur. Man, they're gonna make so much money with that Blur. Those crypto ZCX, I don't know about it. They're doing pretty well. They have a lot of volatility. We got FET, same, did really well. In the last 30 days, plus 100% almost. It's the same for Unison. I could continue on and on and on with those guys. They received 5.3 million SNX directly from the Synthetix Treasury wallet between March 14 and 16. Then the firm transferred all the tokens to Binance in multiple transactions from March 16 to 20. Now, when we check the pricing, 15 March, just before that, we have a massive dip. That's strange. 16, okay, we get a dip. Then they send probably everything to Binance, or we don't know, but there was clearly something happening on the market here, because that's a bit strange. And then it goes back up and then it goes down. Now, if you can explain how a crypto goes from $3.1 to only $2.20, I want to know. I want to know, because if I could do that, that would be amazing. So now, what would I do? What you should do? Well, this is not financial advice, and it's not also dating advice. But what I'm going to do personally is to track all those addresses of DWF and have a bot that let me know when they are buying something, selling something, or transferring out or in an exchange. Because I know that in the next 24 to 48 hours, there is a chance that we see a massive market move. If you're interested in this, I will put a link in the description as well. And what do you think about DWF? Let me know. Yes or no? Guilty? Yes or no? What's your opinion? And you should check maybe this video, because I think those wallets are really interesting. That's the thing. Like, You need to dig it. Anyway, stay handsome. Ciao.